What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your favorite place to be, where we're once again looking at Litecoin today. I wanted to do an update just because so many people have been reaching out, wondering if I am any much less or any much more into Litecoin. The answer is obviously, if you're watching the channel, guys, we are bullish on payment coins in general, privacy coins in general, and mineable coins in general. Um, Nothing's really changed there, but we did want to do a price update simply because people have been reaching out, and we're going to take a peek at the price. It's sitting at about $93. Coin market cap has it at about, let's check it out here, I think about 7 billion. Spot number 20. So it's pretty crazy. I know I'm gonna be, going into left field here, saying that Zcash is just right under it at spot number 30, 10 spots less. But that should excite you, guys. That should not deter you from watching this video, um, nor should it do anything but excite you, because Litecoin, guys, has got a lot of room to run. It's a $100 billion market cap coin. We have a lot of stuff happening in Litecoin. We're getting all the ETFs that are being pushed right now. Litecoin is at the top of that list. It's sitting at a modest price here right now at $93 tonight on a Sunday. We'll pull up the charts. We'll take it seriously, but not too seriously this evening. There's a lot of stuff that is going on in crypto right now. Prices are up a bit, and Litecoin is on the radar. I guess we should start by revisiting last week, because Litecoin dropped significantly. We fell 50% in about 5 minutes. The largest Litecoin dump or purchase, depending on how you want to look at it, that I can ever remember, at least for me being in crypto. And I know back in the day, people that have been in crypto for a while, they talk about 50% jumps and dips in Bitcoin price. That's become not so often, I would say. Since 2017, when I got into crypto, a lot less often now. I have seen significant dumps on Litecoin. However, last week's was monumental. And as you guys know, I was trying to get access to trading, and crypto.com was not letting me trade it until the prices recovered shortly after. And it was crazy. If you go back and you look at the post on the channel, you'll see Litecoin. I think I captured it like $53 or $56. It was a crazy dump. I'll go ahead and pull it up here. I'm curious to see how much it was. And if you weren't watching the chart and you watched the chart 15 minutes later, you simply didn't see it, because it recovered that quickly, and it was like, if you weren't literally looking at the chart, you didn't catch it. So we dropped $69, 54% in a 5-minute period, down to $58. We quickly recovered back up, I think into the low 80s, and then into the low $90 range, where we've been kind of running sideways along with the rest of the market this week. Here on the channel, we've been following the prices. But Litecoin last week, if you had limit orders set, I don't even know if the exchanges filled them. You'd have to drop it in the comments, and you have to let us know, because we don't even know if the exchanges were filling orders. It was like there was a glitch, but obviously we know it wasn't a glitch. We know that the exchanges are not they're gonna deter people from piling in. Why? So they can line their pockets, guys, fatter. That's exactly why. So Litecoin's sitting at about 93 US dollars. We'll pull up the chart. I was looking at some kind of interesting stuff earlier. Things are looking pretty good on the chart, on the MACD. We'll zoom in here on the 5-day. It's good when we run sideways like this, guys, because it just kind of shows us that we really haven't had any any signs here really that we're moving in any type of certain way. So we could move it either way, but if we look at the crypto market, obviously, if we look at the signal line here on the MACD, if we look at the the baseline, the trajectory is a bit choppy right now, which in crypto is not out of the ordinary. We got to kind of take a step back out of this and kind of look at where we're at here on the price. We'll zoom out on the year and notice that we've been in this range bound of about, I mean, like I said, $59 last week. It doesn't even register. Yeah, it registers at 85. We have to go all the way back to April just to hit the $68 level. We have to go all the way back almost a year to catch that level at $65 approximately. So we've been kind of in this range, right, of between about $80 at a low, give or take a little bit, and then about $130, $140 dollar resistance level. And that's been the entire year. So it's been a bit choppy throughout the year. Even here, we stayed in a pretty good buy zone for about half the year. Back in April would have been your obvious trend to jump in. But crypto was getting a lot of pushback. We were getting a lot of political and other things in the general economy that were kind of deterring people from going into crypto. Obviously, Litecoin being entangled in that narrative. But tonight we're sitting at 93 bucks. The log chart is looking almost identical, which is pretty cool. That's kind of what I was looking at earlier. Zooming out, obviously, let's zoom out here to the 5-year chart. Let's move over here back to a couple years back. Let's check it out. Let's move back to 2014, 2017, where we kind of started having the same behavior with the log chart and the linear chart, right? Zoom in here a little bit. And don't read too much into it, guys. It's just, a lot of times when we kind of tighten up here on the volatility and we run sideways a little bit and the log charts start looking more like the linear charts, we typically tend to break out, especially if you consider the price points that we've been currently at. As you see, it doesn't really change too much. And it's something to kind of keep an eye out for. Last time this happened, obviously, we had pretty damn big gains. I mean, we went from, under $4 to $300, which is, 100x. I mean, that's a massive, massive gain. 100x is. So just kind of bear in mind that, you're looking at 10,000+% gains. There's not really any asset in history to do that other than like crypto. Or if you look at like stocks over a 25-year span, like, Nvidia or like, what's some others, Amazon, you got to really look at them at like a 20, 30-year span, not really a 3-year span like we're looking at here with Litecoin. So people are asking me kind of where the price I think is going. And let's just pull up the chart here a little bit. So let's zoom out a little bit more here. Let's throw up the log chart and give you an idea where I think we're going here. Because we are, the over $100,000 Bitcoin price is kind of just becoming the normal. We're not really, if we drop down to 85, 90% here on the channel, I don't really think that that's going to be anything crazy here. And we are following the price pretty regularly. So, I mean, if we're following it regularly, we don't think 80 or 90,000 is really a crazy number. And I don't even think we're going there. I mean, we're sustaining over 100K. The chart on Litecoin's been between 80 and $130. So you figure, a 40 to 50% volatility spread on various order books on different exchanges. So what do you think? I mean, could we pump to, what would be the breakout moment? I'd say we'd have to get above, if you look at the log chart, obviously, I know we're looking at multiple things here, but in the last year, really 185 would be halfway through. 145, 185 would really be a lot more likely to go to 400 And I would say 400 might be the next stop, which is, I mean, guys, I mean, we're talking a 300% gain here on a lot of this stuff. So I mean, you know, we look at this chart here, you know, it looks like, well, man, you really gotta start climbing. But we look at the chart here on log, where we're looking at some of the momentum factors built into the chart. You know, we're not looking at equal jumps in between each number. We're looking at seismic jumps based on momentum and other various factors that maybe say that, like, oh, maybe that's not such a big jump after all. Like maybe the $400 level is just to confirm us, and then past that, you know, then we start kind of catching on to the price discovery against Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? And you might say, well, man, that's pretty unlikely. I don't know where you constructed that. You might have just pulled it out of a hat. But like, it's not really that, because we can look at it from past. You know, past performance isn't always you know, identical to proving where we're going. However, it is to rule out the complete doubt, right? Because we were at $40 and we jumped all the way down to under $1, or we were up to $40 here, right? And then we jumped down all the way to $3 and then rallied up to almost $300 in 2017, where, you know, it's a 10,000% gain. So I don't know. I think 360 to $400 range, we start kind of in that ascend. That could be around the corner. That could take a little bit of time. But I'd say that we're kind of in that zone to either break out. That breakout moment has been in the making, right? With Bitcoin going up to what it has, above 120,000, right? Keeping above 100K. You know, I could throw this chart against BTC. We'll kind of slide over here to do that, because, you know, we're not just moving against dollars here, guys. See, look at the log chart. It's a lot more accurate here on the log chart, I think, too. So I don't know, guys. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. I think $400, 350, 360, somewhere around there. And there's some people here kind of predicting the same thing, that we're kind of in this breakout moment, even at $90, even with the $50, 50%, 59% drop, flash crash last week. That has really only set us back not even that far. Not even that far, guys. I mean, again, we're sitting at the same level that we've been sitting at all year. So we've been running this sideways spread of 40% volatility. We look at Bitcoin price, look at some of the higher prices. I think one can assume that, like, you know, 200 is probably definitely there. 300 is probably definitely even there. But once we start getting over that $350, $400 price range, you know, that might be the start of the climb up to $1,000. I'd like to think Litecoin could go to $1,000. I think people that think it can't, they need to go back and watch some of the videos that we've been doing, some of the charts. But I definitely think that we can go there sooner than later, and I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, right, to achieve some of these higher prices. All right, so drop it in the comments. Let me know. I think that the breakout moment is like the $360, we'll go a little lower. So we'll say 320 to 380. And then if we keep climbing past that level here, in that $400 range, it's pretty much this, you know, that's that candlestick that we're kind of looking for here on the channel to $1,000. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Got a lot of price prediction videos coming up here. We'll drop one on a couple coins here people have been asking about. And we'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.